A group of animal rescuers received a call from a woman who claimed she had found a small white puppy wandering around on its own near her home. She had searched for its mother but couldn't find her anywhere. Concerned for the pup's welfare, the woman brought it home and gave it some food and water. However, when she returned to check on the puppy, she found that it had disappeared. Upon further investigation, they discovered that the puppy had gone back outside and was waiting for its mother to return. The woman knew she couldn't keep the puppy there any longer and reached out to the local animal rescue team for help. They came and took the puppy away, promising to look after it. At the same time, they asked the lady if she could describe the location where she had found the puppy so they could go and search for its mother. As they drove to the spot, they had no idea what awaited them. The rescuers had been called to a rural area on the outskirts of town. There were fields, meadows, and lots of trees over there. They had not rescued many dogs in this area before and had no idea what kind of place it was. What they did know, however, was that they had a tiny puppy to save, and that meant everything to them. When they arrived, they saw a few houses and immediately went to the one the woman had described. They explained their mission and asked if the lady had seen anything suspicious, but she told them she hadn't. She said she only noticed the little puppy wandering around the street and couldn't stand to leave it there all alone. The rescuers thanked her for her kindness and told her they would take care of the rest. They left the house and went looking for the puppy's mother. They were anxious to get started, but had no idea what challenges they would face. As they continued their search, they spotted something incredible. It was a small, white dog, but it wasn't just any dog. It was the puppy they had taken from the woman's house earlier. It had come back to look for its mother. To their surprise, they also noticed that the dog was carrying something in its mouth. Curious, they decided to follow her to see where she would go. At first, the dog walked slowly, but then suddenly broke into a run. It seemed desperate and scared. Following her, the rescuers finally spotted a hole hidden between some rocks. The dog quickly made her way over there and disappeared inside. It became clear to the rescuers that the dog wanted to hide something. When they looked inside the hole, they realized it wasn't big enough for an adult dog to enter. So, why was the dog trying to hide there? They approached cautiously, ready to face whatever they might find. After a while, they saw two small heads popping out from the hiding spot. It was the dog's puppies, the same ones she had brought to the woman's house. Seeing this scene filled the rescuers with mixed feelings. On the one hand, they were glad to have found the puppies, but on the other hand, they knew they were in danger. At that moment, they had to make a decision. Should they take the puppies away or leave them with their mother? They understood that removing the puppies from their mother would cause her great pain, but leaving them there exposed them to potential predators and other threats. After carefully considering all the options, the rescuers chose to rescue the puppies and reunite them with their mother. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they were determined to do whatever it took. After a lot of effort, they finally managed to lure the dog out of the hole with the help of some treats. Once she was out, they gently took the puppies from her and examined them to make sure they were in good condition. The mother dog watched anxiously as they checked her babies, but didn't show any signs of aggression or fear. The rescuers were amazed at how calm and well-behaved she was during the whole process. Before leaving, they gave the dog some food and water and then said goodbye, promising to take good care of her puppies. Meanwhile, the little ones were taken to a safe place where they could be cared for until they were old enough to find their forever homes. Once the puppies were in a safe place, the rescuers named her Luna because of her beautiful white fur. Luna was a brave and loving mother who had done everything possible to protect her puppies. Even when facing danger, she never hesitated to put herself in harm's way to keep them safe. Meanwhile, her puppies were doing well under the care of the rescuers. Each of them had unique personalities and were full of energy and joy. As days passed, the puppies grew stronger and more playful. They loved interacting with the rescuers who showered them with affection and care. Each puppy had its own quirks and charms, but all of them shared Luna's bravery and kindness. One of the puppies was particularly friendly and always wanted to be the center of attention. Another was more reserved and preferred to observe things quietly. Despite their differences, they were inseparable and played together every day. As the puppies grew, the rescuers began preparing them for adoption. They socialized them, taught them basic commands, and made sure they were healthy and ready to live with a family. The goal was to find loving homes where they would receive all the care and affection they deserved. During this time, Luna missed her puppies very much. She remembered their tiny paws and soft fur and couldn't help but think about how much they had grown. Although she missed them, she knew they were in good hands and would have a better future than they would have had with her. Finally, the day came when the puppies were ready to be adopted. Many families came to the shelter interested in welcoming one of them into their homes. After careful consideration, the rescuers selected the families based on their ability to provide the puppies with the love and care they needed. Saying goodbye to the puppies was hard, but seeing them happy in their new homes filled everyone with joy. As for Luna, she was also adopted by a wonderful family who gave her all the affection and care she deserved. She spent her days playing and cuddling with her new owners and couldn't be happier. The story of Luna and her puppies touched the hearts of many people. Her bravery, love, and determination to protect her children inspired countless people. From that day on, Luna and her puppies lived happy lives, surrounded by love and care. 1 year after the dramatic rescue, the rescuers decided to visit Luna and her adoptive family. They wanted to see how she was doing and spend some time with the dog who had become a local hero. When they arrived at her house, they were warmly welcomed by her owners who couldn't be happier with her. According to them, Luna had adapted perfectly to her new home. She was a loving and playful dog who got along with everyone in the family. They showed the rescuers photos and videos of Luna playing in the park and interacting with her favorite toys. The dog was in excellent shape and her tail never stopped wagging. Luna was just as happy to see the rescuers again. She jumped and barked excitedly and couldn't stop licking their hands. She was very affectionate and seemed to want to thank them for saving her life and that of her puppies. The rescuers were moved by the reunion and couldn't believe how much Luna had grown in a year. They were glad that she was happy and living a fulfilling life. Before saying goodbye, the rescuers promised to return soon and bring some new toys for Luna. They also invited her and her owners to visit the shelter and meet some of the other animals in need of adoption. From that day on, the rescuers made sure to visit Luna and her family regularly. For them, it was important to maintain contact with the dog they had saved and see how she continued to thrive in her new environment. Every visit was filled with joy, affection, and a reaffirmation of the importance of their work. In addition, the story of Luna and her puppies continued to touch the hearts of people in the community. Her bravery and the rescuers' dedication to saving her and her puppies made them local heroes. People began to recognize the importance of supporting animal rescue initiatives and taking care of abandoned or mistreated animals. As time passed, the bond between the rescuers and Luna only grew stronger. The dog became a symbol of hope and resilience for them, reminding them of the impact they were having in the lives of animals in need. For Luna and her family, the rescuers were not just people who saved her life, but also friends and companions who shared their love for animals. And so the story of Luna, the brave white dog who led her puppies to safety, continued to be told throughout the community, inspiring acts of kindness and compassion towards animals and reminding everyone of the importance of helping those in need. If you want to watch another interesting video, click on the video that appears on the screen now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be aware of our next releases. Thanks for watching.